The ASUS Mothership has landed. This is a crazy gaming laptop, if you could even call it that. It's more like a huge tablet, and the design is centered around improving thermals and gaming performance, so let's take a look. Let's start with what makes this design so different from your traditional laptop. While it's all closed up, it just looks like a regular laptop. To open it up, you push it down against a flat surface, and the stand behind the screen comes down. And this can be adjusted to any angle up to 127 degrees as it uses a stepless design. Next you pull the keyboard off the screen, which is held in place with magnets, and fold it down. The keyboard also attaches to the main machine with magnets, so it's essentially a large tablet. All the hardware is packed into the main section with the screen. In terms of hardware, we're looking at the i9-8950HK overclockable CPU, desktop Nvidia RTX 2080 graphics, no Max-Q here, 4 memory slots with up to 64GB of RAM, and 3 M.2 slots, 2 of which are connected directly to the CPU and can be run in RAID 0. It was designed this way so that the heat generating components are all behind the screen, allowing hot air to exhaust from the top corners, so you don't have to worry about hot air coming out onto your hands, as is the case with most other laptops. ASUS also have a metal heat shield between the components to protect the screen, and they had a full breakdown of the mothership on display so that we could see what's inside. This included the cooling solution. It looks like we've got 8 heat pipes in total, along with 4 heatsinks and exhausts. And ASUS also mentioned that it's using their anti-dust self-cleaning fans. Like the Zephyrus lineup, I'm expecting the cooling solution to do very well. It's not flat on a desk like a traditional laptop, so it's got plenty of space to breathe. For the screen, it's your typical 1080p 144Hz 3ms response time IPS level panel that ASUS are known for at 17.3 inches with 100% sRGB, and it's got G-Sync. ASUS have implemented a G-Sync switch here too, so it is possible to swap from G-Sync to the Intel integrated graphics to improve battery life, but that does require a reboot. Though given the components, I wouldn't be expecting amazing battery life from such a beast of a machine anyway, but still a nice feature to include. Powering all of this hardware is 2 280-watt power bricks. I forgot to film the bricks, but they were fairly chunky, though you should be able to use it just fine with only one connected, as long as you're not doing hardcore gaming or anything super power demanding. Let's talk a bit about the unique removable keyboard. As mentioned, it connects with magnets. The display units were a bit difficult to get the keyboard back on, though ASUS mentioned a few people had dropped them throughout CES, and that they were still working on improvements in this area. With the keyboard off, it communicates over 2.4 GHz wireless, and it can be folded over so that you can pretty much move the keyboard to wherever's comfortable, off to the side for example. While connected, you do get more of an angle for typing, which I found nice, though with the keyboard attached it does cover the front speakers. The keyboard of course has individual RGB backlighting as you'd expect, along with 2.5mm of key travel and N-key rollover. There are 4 4-watt front-facing speakers along the bottom, so expect this thing to get loud. And even with the keyboard in front, it shouldn't change too much as there's a lot of space underneath. The speakers also feature RGB lighting, which can be controlled through software along with the keyboard. In terms of port selection, on the left from bottom up, we've got 2 USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type A ports, 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, 3.5mm headphone and mic jacks, USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type A port, and a USB Type C port with Thunderbolt 3 support. On the right, we've got the 2 power inputs, HDMI 2.0 port, third USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type A port, a USB Type C port with Virtual Link support for VR, and full-sized SD card slot. The Virtual Link port is perfect for VR, as you'll be able to use it to get 27 watts of power, data, and DisplayPort signal all over one cable. The 2.5 gigabit Ethernet wasn't the only interesting network choice. The mothership also features 802.11ax, also known as Wi-Fi 6, the latest available version which is still rolling out. I was told that rather than your standard 2 antennas, it's got 4, and is able to swap between them to use the pair with the best signal at the time, which should help improve overall Wi-Fi performance. The ASUS ROG Mothership is a pretty crazy laptop, if you could call it that. It's definitely more of a desktop replacement that happens to be portable, which is exactly how they referred to it. Pricing wasn't confirmed at CES, however ASUS advised me that we'd be looking at around $5,000 for it, and I'm really hoping that I get the chance to borrow one for a full review just because of how interesting it is. I think the ASUS Mothership and Alienware Area 51M were the most over-the-top crazy powerful portable machines I saw at CES 2019. The Mothership is more interesting in my opinion, as it's basically a new form factor designed to maximize cooling, whereas the Area 51M is pretty much a traditional laptop design, but with the idea of upgradability, which will have its own challenges. Anyway, it was definitely cool to check out the ASUS ROG Mothership. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments, and get subscribed for the rest of my CES coverage. I've still got a few more videos and a couple from ASUS yet to come.